Well, it didn't take too long for us to have our first weird situation of the season. Here's what happened. So, we see Ronnie Stanley on this play. Doesn't look like it's anything too egregious, but it is going to be a penalty here. I'll make an imaginary line from the center's belt line to where Stanley is standing. Again, like I said, you can't see a lot, and obviously this line I made using MS Paint is not to scale. It could be slightly off, of course, but if Stanley is behind this line, by rule, it is a penalty. It used to not get called too much, which is why you saw guys like Jawan Taylor of the Kansas City Chiefs going way past this, but it seems like it's a point of emphasis for the NFL to make sure that they call this now, because it got called. It got called on this play. Also, a later play in the drive for Baltimore, they were nice enough to give us a better angle for this one, where what's going to happen is, again, you see the line right here. I'm taking these screenshots right before the ball is snapped, and on this one, it looks like both tackles are actually behind the imaginary line. And also on this play, which was a big one, because this was a third down conversion, they still managed to convert the 3rd and 14, but you didn't know you were going to do that. Again, make it an imaginary line, and it's hard. I think it's kind of screwed up a little bit, but again, it does appear as though the tackle is kind of slightly behind that line. Definitely the ref has a better angle of this than I do, because he's right on the line. I'm doing my best guess here. But what's interesting is none of these seem egregious, right? And I do wonder a little bit of, could we start seeing tackles line up pretty significantly in front because they want to make sure they don't get called? And what could that change? Could we start to get more, pressure? Could the defensive pass rushers start to have an advantage because the tackles have to line up closer to where they are? I don't know. It's interesting. Another thought I had is this is part of why it might make sense to make sure you have your starters play a decent amount of preseason, because the NFL rolls out these new rules every year, and this is an advantage you get, is you get to try out these new rules. Don't make these mistakes in the games. Make the mistakes in games that don't count. I don't know. Interesting little weird thing. Figured I'd make a video on it. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.